After 2 years in the hospital, a man and his son are finally back home. Newswatch 12's Mohammed Abdul Kawi joins us live in studio to tell us more. Mohammed.
Hey, Jessica. I took a trip down to Schofield to visit a family whose son battled an extremely rare disease, and now they're looking to make up for lost time.
Started noticing gradual swelling in the belly button and lower area, and it just kept getting a little bit pronounced.
In 2019, Tommy Rags noticed an abnormal bump on his son's stomach, so out of precaution, he took him to a clinic in La Crosse where they were living at the time.
They took a look at him and said, yeah, it seems like, it looks like a hernia, but they wanted to look more into what's causing this hernia.
After a few x-rays and pictures, the La Crosse clinic decided to transfer Kingston to the American Family Children's Hospital in Madison. There they discovered Kingston actually has a rare kidney disorder called congenital nephrotic syndrome.
It's a genetic disease where the filtering units of the kidneys are broken. So they form broken, and they're really leaky. So the filtering unit is actually leaking all of these materials into the urine that they're not supposed to.
Kingston had to get both of his kidneys removed because of the disease, and it got to the point where the doctors had to take him off the kidney transplant list. They even asked Tommy to sign a resuscitate order, which meant that if something were to happen to Kingston, the medical staff would not perform life-saving measures.
I was given notice that if something does go wrong because it had a really, high percentage that, he might not make it through that surgery, that they would bring me down and let me say goodbye to him.
Eventually, Kingston improved enough to be placed back on the wait list. And then, Tommy received a call that would change his life forever.
Once we got the call that, hey, this is gonna happen, we have a match, we have consent, this is a go. Basically, you're kind of numb because it seems like it's it's gonna happen, but it still seems very unreal.
Initially, doctors gave Kingston a 3% chance of living. I asked Tommy how does he feel about his son beating the odds.
It makes me feel really good about him. Really good about everything overall.
What were the nurses like to Kingston in the hospital?
Oh, God. The nurses were moms. To Kingston, the nurses were amazing. I literally feel guilty for taking Kingston away from the nurses.
And after being in the hospital for 2 years, it was finally time for Tommy and Kingston to come home. Now Tommy's excited for the life he could give to Kingston.
Hopefully in the future, maybe next year, be able to travel with him, take him camping, be able to do things with him.
While Kingston will need further treatments, Tommy's family started a GoFundMe page to help pay for expenses, which you can find on our website, wjfw.com. Jessica?
Thank you, Mohammed.